let me bring in this. If Parliamentary button again, if you say that we should jettison the card readers
for now,
for the general elections, let people go with their PVCs for voting. What then happens to the, remember, they say there's 1.1 million PVCs that have been snatched. And the commission said, look, if you have the PVC, the reason why we're introducing it is to check all of those infractions, rigging. So without the card readers, what's the essence of having
Well, you
PVC?
don't solve one problem by introducing another. What can happen, Chemele, if in the course of implementing this, which is not unusual, and there are issues with the card readers in many states, an election has been scheduled. Maybe it happens in the northern part of Nigeria. They say, aha, President Goodluck Jonathan, they don't do one thing, card reader no work for naught. Or it happened in the south. They say, aha, Inec chairman has done something. To avoid all this, I am not advocating in any shape or form that we shouldn't use the card reader. Nigeria is ripe enough to advance to that level. I am saying there are opportunities. You don't confront, you don't just use card reader in a general election where everyone who is eligible to vote in Nigeria will be voting for the first time. This is a system that has not been widely used. Tested in about 12 states, but mind you, that 12 state test, maybe I don't know the number percentage. No, so why I'm saying it is good. INEC should come out with ways to ensure that the cards, those who are eligible to vote, get their permanent voters card.
Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but I'm just wondering, how complicated is this process? If we say that in the 12 states that this exercise was conducted in, there was close to 100% recognition of INEC, registered cards, and even in some cases there were cloned cards brought to the polling units that the card reader, immediately identified as not being INEC cards. How laborious or how complicated can we say the process has gotten, especially when we know that these elections have been said to be violence prone, that if people feel that the results of the elections are not truly reflected, they might resort to violence. It would seem that INEC has a lot at stake in this.
Let me tell you, Mokwe, when you are dealing with new technology and you are introducing a new technology to an event of this magnitude, things are bound to go wrong. I'll give you an example. The healthcare issue in the United States, the Republicans were accusing Obama administration that this thing wouldn't work. They came up with a brand new system, and at the end, the whole team messed up. They have to start it all over. Could you imagine if that was an election? That is the United States of America. I am not saying that we shouldn't use this system. No, but I'm saying if INEC was really ready for it, they should have introduced it in Ekiti. By now, we, as I'm sitting here before you, we may not, this discussion may not be necessary because maybe in Ekiti State, it has worked, and one or two skirmishes here and there, and they put the necessary mechanism in motion to ensure that this thing is corrected in future elections. Now, I am saying we can wait. Nobody can say categorically that if this system is introduced and problem emanates as a result, that we won't be facing litigation. Change of it. Election is coming in Edo State.
Just a moment, because I think you said that point before, but are you not also scared, especially with the introduction of cloned cards, that some people might get mischievous and bring cloned cards to the polling units?
Yes, I am worried about that, and as I should be. Like I stated before, I hate repeating myself, that you don't use one problem to solve another. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I am saying there's still time for INEC to do all that is necessary to jettison those cards. The DSS is doing its best. I don't want to go into all that. I heard it earlier on, pointing fingers. It is clear now. I listened to my brother from Abuja. Well, for some reason, I don't blame him. He may not want to accept the fact that his party, the APC, is being associated with cloning of cards. But evidence available on print and electronics media, leave party affiliation out of this for a minute, clearly shows that they are being associated with that. I agree with you that the card reader is important. I agree with you, it might help to reduce these inefficiencies. But all I'm saying, when you are bringing a new system, you should not, must not introduce it
Well,
for the whole nation.
well, that said, it would be out of place for us to let you go now that Shopee is also in the news. You wear almost 2 caps in Edo State and amongst all the chairmen. If you were to say some of the good that Shopee has given to the nation, what would you pick out and highlight?
Oh, I have chains of achievement. I will start.
We're running out of time.
Yes,
so.
we're running out of time. But I'll start with the community services. You know, this is a program that focuses on the less fortunate among us. The uneducated, mechanic, the bicycle repairer, truck pusher, market women, farmers. They get this 10,000 naira monthly. Mind you, to date, mind you, contrary to public view, that they get this, it's not a welfare system. They are engaged in services, cleaning of street, controlling of traffic, we liaise with community leaders, clearing of markets, any public facilities, even maintaining roads in the villages where you don't have borehole water, to the rivers, to the stream. Now, people are getting engaged. I'll give you an example. Like in Edo State, I met a lady who came to me and said, "Oga, there was a time we paid 5 months together." He said, "Oga, don't buy sewing machine for my people." And I went to her shop in Ovian Southwest, and I was impressed. She now has 2-3 persons working with her, and I gave her personal donation. What this program is doing is making people we never thought are important, to be entrepreneur, and they are becoming employer of labor in their own little way. I can go on. You have the graduate internship program, you have the healthcare.
We know you can. Politicians can go on and on. And by the way, you're chairman of chairman in Shopee. What happened to Masinago?
Well, I must use this opportunity to say that we had a press conference a few days ago. It was on the Trade Perimeter. Personally, I don't know why he sacked, but as chairman, I spoke on behalf of the chairman. This went to an event and claimed that military should be removed. I'm not saying that's why he was removed. Why I made my press conference. Should stay away from politics, change, and all that. The military, they are not in politics. I've not heard where serving military man say they are supporting Buhari because it's an ex-general, or they are supporting Mr. President. Why do you cry fire where there is no smoke?
Okay.
I think that conduct was grossly irresponsible, and as chairman of community services, our forum, we completely and totally disassociate ourselves from such irresponsible comment.
Thank you for coming on. We'll be back in just a moment. Join us again.